Hello everyone, today I'm here because it's the Longlist announcement of the Jhalak Prize, which just has been announced a few minutes ago, and I was looking through the Longlist because I haven't heard of almost anything. I think I have heard one of them because it's in the Prize of Consciousness, Republic of Consciousness Prize. I always mess that one up. But yeah, I was looking at the books and see what's there. Some of them sound more interesting than others. They all seem to be relatively short, which is always good. There are a lot of short books in list. If we don't count the Women's Prize for Fiction, all of the other lists seem to have quite short books. The Jhalak Prize focuses on writers of color. That's mainly what they do, and they have novels, they have poetry, they have non-fiction. It's a little bit of a mix, which is always nice so that you can switch things up. But yeah, the first book is Consume, a Sister Story by Arifa Akbar. And it says here that it's a memoir about when the sister of Arifa Akbar fell ill. Eventually dies of tuberculosis. So it's the story of that, and I believe the author is from Pakistan. Interesting. The next one is Somebody Loves You by Mona Archie, which is in the Republic of Consciousness Prize, and that's why I know that one. This one says, a teacher asked me a question and I opened my mouth as a sort of formality, but closed it softly, knowing with perfect certainty that nothing will ever come out again. It seems that the mother of that girl has a mental illness, and it's about how she deals with that. Also interesting. The next one is Gay Bar, Why We Went Out by Jeremy Atherton Lynn. I think this one is pretty much what it says. It's about gays and the AIDS epidemic. I think this it's a non-fiction, memoir non-fiction of the author. This one doesn't sound like 100% super interesting to me, but it also doesn't sound terrible. So this one, cautious about it. The next one is Like a Tree Walking by Bunny Capildeo, and this one is a poetry book. Ecopoetics and Silence. That sounds interesting, and it seems that it's from Port of Spain, so it's from Trinidad, or part of it is in Trinidad. And yeah, this one sounds very interesting. I like that. I have recently, I'm not normally a poetry reader, but I have recently found some authors that write things that are not about love and feelings, and I like that much more, and this one seems to be on that category, so I'm excited about that. The next one is Keeping the House by Tis Sim. Okay, this one sounds random. Imagine a cabbage. At its center is North London's Turkish heroin trade, and the overlapping leaves are stories of its players. There's Damla, a Turkish Cypriot girl growing up in Tottenham, and her mother Ayla, who moved there from North Cyprus. There is Mehmet, a mover in the trade, and Ali, who's got big hopes for Ayla. That one sounds like very neutral to me. I could read it, I could also pass. The next one is A Blood Condition by Kayo Chingonji, which is another poetry collection. The people, the places and cultures and memories that form us. The Zambezi River from London. It sounds interesting too. I'm interested in that one too. The next one is The Roles We Play by Saba Khan, and this one is another Pakistani one, and the people of Pakistan in London. which again sounds interesting. I have recently read Home Fire by Kamila Shamsi, which is also kind of about Pakistanis in the UK, and I want to read more, so this sounds good to me. The next one is Honorifics by Cynthia Miller, and that's another poetry collection. It's an innovative exploration of family, Malaysian Chinese cultural identity, and immigration. Yeah, this one I might like, I might not like. It's it's again in the fence, but it doesn't sound uninteresting. The next one is Things I Have Withheld by Kay Miller. Kay Miller is Jamaican, I believe, and I've read from him, and I really liked what I read. But this one is non-fiction essays. So yeah, that sounds very interesting. I mean, I really like Kay Miller, so non-fiction essays from him sounds like a good thing. The next one is The Khan by Saima Mir. It says, be twice as good as men and 4 times as good as white men. Jia Khan has always lived like this. So again, London Pakistani women fiction. It's a crime thriller apparently. Okay. That I'm in the fence about that one, but doesn't sound interesting either. The next one is Brown Baby by Nicholas Shukla, and it's a memoir. That's interesting because Nicholas Shukla, as far as I know, is one of the founders of the prize. So it's interesting that they nominated them. Written for his daughter, inspired by his mother, whom they never got to meet. This love letter is to his brown babies and says fatherhood, feminism, racial politics, growing up, and being a grown-up. That sounds good to me. And the last one is Things We Do Not Tell the People We Love by Huma Qureshi. And these are short stories about mothers and daughters, which also sounds interesting. I've recently read several mother-daughter stories that I'm more interested in those ones. I don't particularly like short stories, but I think that if they have that common element, it might work for me. I'm excited about that one. I'm excited about all of these. That's bad because then I will want to read them all. But they are all quite short, so maybe I will. And I think the shortlist is announced 19th of April, so I have a little bit of time, a month. I don't know, I think the only one that I'm a bit on the fence about is Gay Bar, which I also wouldn't mind to read, but it's not like my favorite sounding one. And also the crime thrillers, maybe not my thing. But other than that, I think that the other one sounds amazing. So another long list to read? I don't know. I shouldn't be doing these videos. I get overexcited. But yeah, we will see how it goes. That's the list. Let me know if you're also excited about any of these ones because they sound good. And until next video,